Yay, we're recording. I'll start that again. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all on here. Some I can see, some I can't. And I say Mon's doing her steamy bathroom look, which is fantastic. And she looks like she's in the bath with the steam on. And wonderful to see you all on. Some of you won't have been on here haven't been on before. It's your first time on, so fantastic. Welcome. My name's Harvey Kent. Run the business with Tracy Payne, and we're over near Burton-on-Trent, Swaddling Coats, South Derbyshire. And we've been in the business just over 11 years now. And I got started personally while I was working full-time for a company called DHL up at East Midlands Airport. And the reason I got started, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I was in a situation where the money ran out before the month did. And I had to find a way of changing that. Looked at various things. And I came across an advert on the internet, was shown Kleeneze. I'd never heard of Kleeneze before. No online then, it was just all catalogues. I got started with 200 catalogues, putting them out twice a week around my full-time job. And in 3.5 weeks, I did over £800 worth of orders and earned myself £233. So bang, it worked. I could see it worked from my own experience. And whether I believed I could fully make it work, well, that was a little bit different at that point. But I knew the business worked because there was lots of evidence around me and the catalogues were working for me. But then within 18 months, I built up my income with the catalogues. I made the decision to hand my notice in from my job, and I left my job after 18 months and replaced my full-time income. And I've not had a job since. So for me, it's changed everything. It's allowed me to be there for my kids through their younger days, so I could be at nativity plays, school events, sports days, anything that the kids had going on. I could take them to school, pick them up from school if I wanted to. I had choices. I no longer had a boss telling me when I had to be at work. I could choose when I went on holiday. I met Tracy for the business, which has been fantastic. So the business has given me so many things, more than money. And hopefully you'll hear some more tonight that will just show you what is available with this business, some tips and things and ideas and things that help you grow your business for those who have been in the business a little longer. And so tonight on the webinar, we've got the fantastic recognition as per usual. You guys are really pushing it on after the few hiccups we've had over the last couple of periods, and things are starting to settle down now. Not fully settled down, but I know I had a conversation with Michael Cathcart today, and they're doing their utmost to get it sorted, and it's on its way. It's getting better and better all the time, but it's been such a huge undertaking, the early transition from the old warehouse to the new warehouse, that there's been more involved than anyone could have anticipated. So we've just got to work what we've got at the moment, but it is getting better. And what you guys are doing already in week 1 and period 8 is just showing that as well. So we'll look at the recognition. I'm going to run through our vision for the Shooting Stars team as a whole, which includes everybody on here tonight, and what we envisage and can envisage happening within the team for the rest of this year. So I'm going to go through that with you, and then we're going to play a training tonight from Jean Day. She's one of the premier distributors in the business. They're earning £7,000, £8,000, £9,000 every 4 weeks in the business. They've built a fantastic business, and we're going to continue the theme on from last week where we were looking at PSG is key, your personal sales group, and we're going to be looking at the sponsoring mindset tonight, giving you more tips and ideas and things that you can utilize to grow your business and move your business forward. And then we'll have dates for the diaries at the end. And then for those of you who want to stay out at the end, I've got a short 15-minute Jim Rohn clip going on from what Tracy played last week. This one I've got is one of his best ones. It's in the twilight of his years, at his utmost best, and he got some really good stuff that he's going to share with you. So stay on for that at the end. So let's crack on. Let's get the screen up. Let's get the slides up, and then we can. Yep, slides are up. So we'll quick look in the chat. See if there's anything that I need to hear. I'll help. Can't hear you. Thanks for that, Trace. I said I can't usually shut him up. Is that right? I thought it was round the other way somehow. Didn't think of me it was a noisy one. But I hope you can all hear me now after I took the mute button off. So let's crack on. Okay, well, guys, 7 people sponsored into the team already, just in week 1. And this was as of last night, as of yesterday. So if anybody's joined the business today, my apologies, they're not on this list because these slides were already done and dusted, but they will be on the list for next week. So welcome Gillian, welcome Charlie, Belgies, I'm not quite sure how that's pronounced, so I'm sure I've probably got that wrong. Welcome Helen, welcome Angela, welcome Sanita, and welcome Sue. So welcome to the team. Top sponsors, who's brought these new business partners into the business? Well, Jude Newton, top of the shop there. 2 people joined her team this week so far. Angie Brown with 1, Monica Marching with 1, Mariella with 1, Neil Cochran with 1, and Danielle with 1. So well done to all of you. And that's how you're going to move your business forward, is by sharing this business with other people and showing them what we have available and helping them to get started and helping them off to a flying start. So top 25 retailers, look at this lot. And this was week 1, and these orders have changed already. This was up to the end of week 1, which was close of play on Thursday evening. And I know Sue's over £3,000 worth of orders now, already going into week 2. I know Emma and Steve are over £1,000 as well. And I know Angie Simpson's nearly hitting £1,000 as well. So well done to everybody who's on here. Keep building on that. Keep generating your retail. And as we teach, £1,000 is the goal that we recommend that you aim for. If you want to do more on that, then you can. And as you can see, people do more than that. We generally do between £2,000 and £3,000 every 4 weeks with our retail. So, guys, get to your first bonus level, £780. That's going to get you an extra bonus paid into your bank account, and take it on to the £1,000. And obviously, that's going to earn you more by doing that. So, and these are the people who are getting an extra bonus so far by having got to that first bonus level already in week 1. For us, bulk sales were over nearly just short of £9,000, PSG at 3,142. They've got Monica Marching on there, Michael and Kirsty, Emma and Steph, Sue Dickerson, Dimple and Andy, and Jude. So all those businesses are in line for a bonus, and I know that's going to grow. That whole list is going to grow over the next 3 weeks, and these people's businesses, those figures are going to get larger and their bonus is going to get bigger. So if you want to find out what you need to do to get a bonus, speak to your sponsor, speak to your successful upline. Okay, what I want to look at now is something we've not really spoken about in the webinars before. But within the business, there's different trophies that can be achieved by growing your business. And where we are as a team, the Shooting Stars as a whole, we are in a fantastic position for potentially pulling off some trophies this year. And what I want you to do is just go through each trophy and show you who's on the list from the team so far, because it's really exciting. And I'm really proud to see people on that list within the team. And the people on the list are in different trophies, and I'll explain them all in a moment. But then those people who are up for those trophies or in the list for those trophies have got their own teams that they can work together and move it on further. And by moving on further on those particular trophies, as a whole, the whole Shooting Stars group, we could come away with a trophy at the end of the year, which would be down to all you guys, would be for a Shooting Stars trophy. And so I just want to go through those trophies with you now, and you can find the information on the Kleeneze website, kleeneze.co.uk. Okay, log in as your distributorship and go into the DSA and under incentives and look for the trophies and have a nose around in there. But this is the first trophy. This is the Harry Crook Trophy. And this is awarded for outstanding business development. And as you can see, it's open to all distributorships who reach the gold distributor status within the contest period. So 11th position on here, we've got Emma and Steph, 11th position. They could win this still. Even though there's a big gap between top and bottom, you're getting the business going quickly and you get some stuff happening, then anything, it's still open to catching up the people at the top. And look at Mariella's in there as well. So it's fantastic. So it's the top 30 in the whole of the country out of 13,000 distributorships. This is the top 30 out of 13,000 distributorships. What a fantastic achievement. Just being on that list is fantastic. So be proud of where you are, Emma and Steph. Be proud of where you are, Mariella. And be proud if you're in their team, because you're helping towards that success. And as teams, you can have more success. So let's have a focus on, okay, where can you finish by the end of the year in this top 30? And this leads into the overall team, which you'll see is the last one. So then we have the VIP trophy, awarded for consistency of effort and outstanding personal retail sales. So this is based on personal retail. Again, the top 30, and fantastic to see Michael and Kirsty on there. And I know that's going to grow, and I know they're going to get higher up this list. And it won't be long, and I know she must be just outside. He might be 31 or 32, but Sue Dickinson is going to be on this list because the personal retail she's now doing, she is going to be flying up this list. And I'm surprised, Sue, you're not on there already. I'm sure when it comes out in period 8, you will be on there. So again, have pride in yourselves for being on that list and see where you can finish the year on it. Where can you get to on this list by the end of the year? So it's fantastic. Again, top 30 out of 13,000 distributors. And then we have the Distributor Challenge Trophy. This is awarded for outstanding business development. So this is growing your business, and this is open to all existing gold and senior distributorships. And we've got 3 on the list. 3! Look at Monica Marchin up there, 3rd place. Michael and Kirsty, 11th position. And then we've got Jude down there at 29. So it's fantastic to see all 3 businesses on there. And again, if you're in those teams, be proud that you're part of that team, that you're on there. And Monica and Marchin can really motor on here and get something going, because I know Michael and Kirsty are doing absolutely fantastic. Emma and Steph are doing fantastic, all part of their business. So it's not unrealistic to think that Monica and Marchin could actually win that trophy by generating business growth, which is I'm just bursting with pride. It's absolutely fantastic to see you on there. And we looked at this and we thought, wow, look at this, 3 people on there. And all these trophies so far leads into the overall Shooting Stars group, team, you guys. And where are we as a whole for the Executive Distributor Challenge? Look at that. The whole of Shooting Stars, we are 3rd. And look at that, we are not that far away from 2nd, and we can definitely get to number 1 by the end of the year. And wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing to win that Executive Distributor Challenge Cup for the Shooting Stars? Oh, it would blow my mind. I know it would Tracy's as well, that we could achieve that. And I know we can achieve that because the growth we've got going. Yes, we've had a little blip over the last couple of periods because of what's happened with regards to the warehouse move, but that's ironing out now, and we can get back on it, get motoring, and keep the growth going, and growing everybody's checks. At the end of the day, this will grow everybody's income, because that's what it does. If you can use these things to see how you're doing within the business, but if you're getting growth, then your check should be growing. If you're getting the right growth, if you're building it in the right way, as per what Tracy was talking about last week, focusing on your PSG, focusing on your width, that will increase your income, that will increase your turnover, that will increase your team's turnover, and overall that will increase the turnover for the Shooting Stars. So it's a win-win for everybody, that everybody is going to earn more money. And I know we can win this if we all focus on doing the best we can for our businesses and increasing our turnovers to increase our checks. That will all feed into this. Exciting, really, really exciting. So, what else is happening? Where else are we featured? Well, look at this. Michael and Kirsty in line to crack off. Okay, yeah, they're 10th at the moment. That can still be done. Top 5 by the end of the qualification period, which off the top of my head, I think it's period 10. So there's still some periods to go, and they can still get in that top 5. And it's fantastic to see them on that list. And then Las Vegas, Michael and Kirsty again. And we've got even longer to get this one sorted. Top 5 again, they're 11th. And that can happen as well. So it's great to see Michael and Kirsty on there. Well done, guys. Very, really proud of what you're doing in the business. Okay, so what are we doing to help and support you guys, and what are you guys doing as well within your businesses? What are the areas you need to be focusing on? Well, to help you understand what areas to focus on in your business, we run our Distributor of the Year competition. And in part of that is the Distributor of the Period. So if you're the Distributor of the Year, Monaco and Marchin are the current Distributors of the Year from 2016, and they got a luxury weekend at Richmond Park, just up the road from here. So they've experienced what this is like. And this year we're offering a long weekend down in Woodford Bridge Coaching Inn down in North Devon, and the place is absolutely amazing. And that's for our Distributor of the Year will achieve that. And within that, we have Distributor of the Period. And each period, we give away 50 free business leads for the Distributor of the Period. So for me, it's a no-brainer to focus on, okay, what do I need to do to get the points to become Distributor of the Period so that I get those 50 free leads? Because I know there's so many people in the team that can make a real difference. 50 free leads, that 50 people who are looking for something that potentially are going to be suited to you, to your business, and we give them for free. So what do you need to do to win them? Okay, well, this is what you need to do. Right now, after week 1, top of the shop is Monaco Marchin. They're 9 points after week 1, followed by Jude Newton, Andrew Coyle, Andrew Brown, and Emma and Steph. And everybody else who's on the list, well done. You've all got points on the board. This is the only people who've got points on the board at the moment. And the easiest points you can get for this is commenting on the post for the team webinar. When we do these webinars like tonight, we're recording it either tonight or tomorrow. We will put the recording up in the team Facebook group. And all you have to do to get 3 points is comment that you're on and then share your top tip that you got from the webinar and what you're going to put into your business from the webinar. That's what you've got to do. Do that and you'll get 3 points. If you just say you were on and it was a good webinar, then you'll only get 2 points. But if you share a little bit more, then you'll get 3 points. Easy points. Okay? Along the top here, you can see the areas that we believe help people grow their businesses. So we take responsibility for sponsoring, retailing £1,000 every 4 weeks, you get a point if you retail £1,000. Do another 1,000, do 2,000, you get 2 points. So the more you retail, the more points you get. Every person you sponsor into your team, you get a point. Again, sponsoring, lifeblood of the business, grows your business. You get more points for helping your new team members. So if you help your new team members hit their 30-day bonus by doing £600 in their first 30 days, you get 5 points for that. If you help your new team, supporting, guiding, encouraging for them to get to 10%, the first bonus level, just over £780 in orders, you get 10 points. So the focus is on helping your team off to a fast start. Get to the 10 steps events where you're going to be learning the stuff to put into your business, you get points, you get 5 points. Get on the webinars, you get 2, an extra 1 for your comments. Get involved in these webinars, do a testimonial, do a training or something at one of the events, you get extra points. And don't always wait for us to ask you. Come to us if you want to get involved. If you want to get some points and you want to do a training, a testimonial to get some points on the board, speak to us and we'll put something together with you. You can get involved. It also helps you to develop, helps you become a leader for your team as well. And then if you move up the pay plan, you get 10 points. So again, focus on moving up the pay plan. So all these things will help you build your business. So if you focus on these areas, your business will move forward. And we've seen that time and time again by the people who are distributors of the period and ultimately the people who were distributors of the year last year, their businesses moved on fantastically. So well done to everybody on there. And this is just a quick overview of where we are year to date for Distributor of the Year at the end of period 7. As you can see, top 5, Kirsty and Michael leading the way, followed by Dimpin and Andy are catching fast, followed by Emma and Stev, followed by Monaco and Marchin, and followed by Jay and Heron on there, and joint with Monaco and Marchin in 4th place. So, fabulous. So well done to everybody. Just wanted to give you a quick update on this, just to remember that any orders going through over £150 for everybody up until the end of July is free delivery. So as soon as you've got £150, you can kick it through, you'll get free delivery, and just helps you get your orders in a little bit quicker so you haven't got to wait to get to the 250. if you're in that bracket now, you can get your order in, get it a bit quicker, so it can help you get through any possible delays you're still experiencing with some of your products coming through. And remember this as well, Beat Your Best is running at the moment. And this is a great one to keep focus on, to help you build your business. Everybody who was on early, who saw the Krakow video, saw Michael there, Michael Katkar, sharing that fantastic autumn destination that's coming up. Anybody can be on that. Anybody on this webinar tonight can be on that. And one of the ways that you can get on that is by beating your best. For those who were in the business last year, all you have to do is you have to beat your retail figure for period 8 and period 9 last year. Do more than you did in period 8 and 9 last year. And you will get 1 free pack of autumn winter catalogues. Okay? If you weren't in the business last year, then you need to do a minimum of 1,500 bonus points over 2 qualifying periods. And I'll tell you exactly actually what that equates to, because I haven't worked it out. And I'll quickly calculate it. If you just give me a moment. 1,500 bonus points times 1.2 is £1,800 worth of orders in period 8 and period 9, which again is very, very achievable if you're getting your catalogues in and out and doing your postings online, if you're doing it online. And then beating your best sponsoring wise, again, you've got to bring into your business and initiate more people into your business in periods 8 and 9 this year than you did last year. If you didn't sponsor anybody who weren't in the business last year, then you've got to sponsor a minimum of 2 people, again, to get a free pack of catalogues. And what happens is, if you do both of these, you beat your personal best in retail and beat your personal best in sponsoring, you will get 1 ticket into a live draw to get a place to Krakow, the autumn destination. So any of you can be in that draw. And the draws work because me and Tracy went to Dubai by coming out of the draw. And that draw was based on the retail. We had a lot of tickets in the draw because of the retail we did to get in the draw, and we were pulled out. So, yeah, you've got to be in it to win it, as they say, and it's available to all of you. So, you've heard enough from me now. Fantastic recognition, guys. Well done to what you're doing. But what I'll do now is I want to play you a video now of Jean Day, recorded at one of the Kleeneze live tours a couple of years ago. And it's all about the sponsoring mindset. So I hope you've got a notepad and pen, because there's lots of stuff in here that you can take out of here, that you can take away and put into your business. And this may be a video that you wouldn't normally watch yourself. You'll say it's a couple of years old, you might not have seen it, but all the stuff in here is so, so relevant to what we're doing right now and what builds your business. So I'm going to play this now, and then I'll come back to you at the end. Feel free to put any questions in the chat box at all as we're going through, and we'll do our best to answer them. And then I'll catch you in a moment.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Wasn't that a great recognition parade? I just love that part of the business. When you see people coming up for a job well done and being recognised, I just love it. Just a quick resume on my story, really, because I've only got 25 minutes and so I can't run over. So I'll just give you a little bit of background about Mike and I. Been in the business 9 years. Wow, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? 9 years. And we both joined the business, really, because we were made redundant in our late 50s. And we didn't have a pension. And to be honest with you, we were sick and tired of being made redundant. So we didn't want to exist on that measly pension of £200 a week that we get as a state pension. So we got stuck in and we started working hard. And now our pension is between £6,000 to £7,000 a month. As a great pension. And you know, we can't believe it ourselves. And you know what? Last year our business turned over 2.2 million with our fabulous team. And you know, to do that, you do have to build a team. You have to build a big business. And you know, I believe that each and every one of you sitting in this room today can have that. But to do that, of course, you've got to sponsor. So Michael has today asked me to speak about the sponsoring mindset. The mindset you need as a sponsor. And you know, do you want to sponsor or increase your sponsoring?
Yeah.
So let's get ready on our keypads. I've got a few questions here. The first one is, if you are already sponsoring, that means if you're already sponsoring, which of these applies to you? Number one, I really want to increase my personal sponsoring to earn a bigger income. Or number two, I'm quite happy with my sponsoring and my income. Click on your keypads now. Are you ready? Okay. Wow. 98% of you want to increase and want a bigger income. Who's that 2%? It's got to be you, Bob Webb, because your income's great, so he's all right, isn't he? But that's absolutely fantastic. You know, my second question is, if you're new to sponsoring, I can't wait to start sponsoring and increase my income. I want to start sponsoring, but I don't know what to do. And I don't want to sponsor, I'm quite happy with my income. Which of those three applies if you're new to sponsoring? Okay. Let's have a look. Wow. Again, 80% can't wait to start increasing their income. And for the 13% who doesn't know what to do, even the ones at the 80%, you know, I really do suggest that you get along to a sponsor workshop, because it's in these little sponsor workshops where you find out how you can increase your numbers coming in and find out what to say to people. So that's quite interesting there. So success as a sponsor, what is it? Is it knowing everything there is to know about how to present the opportunity and then teaching that on to others? Is it being a dynamic leader, a coach, or a salesperson? That's quite important. But you know what the most important thing is to be successful? It is, in fact, your attitude, your mindset, your belief system, how you think about yourself, your attitude to your own success, your attitude to achieving that income goal that you set yourself every single period. And you know, two questions here that really are quite important when you want to get your mindset around sponsoring. And that first one is, do you deserve to be successful? Do you actually believe in your heart, if you've got that belief, that self-belief, that you deserve to be successful, that you can see yourself walking across that stage, qualifying as a bronze executive, as an SED, as a premier, thinking big now, winning minis, BMWs? Do you believe in your heart that you can? You really have got to believe that, guys. It's so important to build on that. And do you believe, and do you really believe that you deserve a bigger income? Can you visualize yourself with that 5K, 6K, 7 grand a month check? Because you know what, guys, if you think you can or think you can't, you're probably right. It's so important. So what is the secret? Would you like to know? Everybody who's created serious success in Kleeneze and in network marketing has done two things. You might want to write these down. The first one is they decided to do it. And the second one is they then went bananas. Because you know something, guys? What I love about this business, no matter where you stand right now in the Kleeneze business, you can draw a line under the stand and you can start and make that decision that you are going to do it, that you're going to get your business going. But once you have made that decision, you do then need to go bananas. And you know what's quite amazing that I find with people, even if they've been in the business a while, they normally decide to do it when they've found out their reason why. That emotional reason that's really going to push them and drive them forward to building a great business. So that's also so important. You heard Neil say that. What is your reason why? So, You see, it's just like baking a cake. A great recipe doesn't make a great cake. Because first of all, you have to turn the oven on, don't you? And then you have to turn up the heat. You have to turn up the heat. You see, we have the recipe for success in this business. I would like to ask you a question. Are you ready to turn up the heat? I think it's a little bit hot in here. I think this atmosphere is warming up a bit this afternoon, don't you? But do you know what? I think we could turn this heat up just a little bit more. What do you think? Could we all turn our heat up just a little bit more? So I'd like to ask you all, if you're ready to turn up that heat just that little bit more, are you ready then? To go bananas? Are you? Yes. Dublin, are you ready? Yes. That's fantastic, because you know what? Whoops. What's happened here? It's not gone right. Okay. You see, if you want to sponsor, then you'll need to be the leader of your team. This is a fact. And the speed of the leader is always the speed of the team. Your team will follow exactly what you do. So, if you're ready to go bananas, it is all about action, isn't it? Because you want your team to follow you, don't you? So, you're going to have to spring into action, and you are going to have to go bananas with all of this activity, guys. You're going to go bananas with your flyering, your adverts, covering those papers. The internet leads are fantastic to get your business rocking and rolling. Your websites, your 3-foot rules, your money parties, your shop ads, and of course your wall market. You know what, guys? You all want to go to New York. Who wants to go to New York? Well, you know what, guys? If you do all of these things, you're going to get the leads in, aren't you? You're going to get your phone ringing. You want your phone to be hot, 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 hot. You're going to turn the heat up. You see, if you rely on only one method of creating leads, what you're really saying to yourself, remember this is a mindset, what you think about comes about. If you just use one of those methods, what you're really saying to yourself, gee, I hope this works. However, when you use a variety of methods, what you're really saying to yourself, I've got a goal, I'm going to reach it. And if these methods that I'm using don't get the results, I will find more, because one way or another, I am going to get there. Don't you think that's the mindset of a winner? Don't you think that's the mindset of somebody who wants to go to New York? I do. Because people in momentum, because that's what you want in your business to go into, you're wanting it to be driven into momentum. People in momentum are usually employing a number of different sponsoring methods, and it creates a dramatic increase in your results. Why is this? Is it simply because you're doing more and bound to get more results? The answer is actually more intriguing and actually far more powerful than that. It's because the activity that you've created, the momentum has been driven, has actually created an entirely different mindset. It's created a more proactive and entrepreneurial mindset without you realizing it through your activity. A mindset that says, let's get it done now. You see, master recruiters and people that want to build a business fast don't procrastinate. They don't put things off. They do that one extra thing. They walk that extra mile. They'll help that extra person in their team to go and hit the bonuses. So they get it done now because that's the mindset that they've adopted. Many people say, though, I'm not skilled enough to sponsor just yet. Have you heard that said? They say, I want to wait until my cheque is bigger before I start sponsoring. My mind isn't quite right. Have you ever heard that said in your teams? I want to wait for my cheque to be bigger. Well, you know what? That was our first cheque when we joined the business, £627, when we started going bananas. That was our first cheque. Was that a big cheque? No. And then when we really went bananas and went gold within 12 weeks, our cheque went to £1,197. That is not a big cheque. But you see, what we did do, you don't need a big cheque in the beginning to build a big business. What you do need is you need to learn how to tell big stories, like Neil said. And that is all we did in the beginning to build our business. We told big stories with passion and belief because we believed that one day that cheque would be ours. And do you know what, guys? That rubs off on the people that you're talking to. So don't think you need a big cheque to sponsor lots of people, because you don't. Just get good at telling stories with passion, belief, and people will believe in you. You see, you need to go bananas. And the secret to a big business is PSG. 10 active wide, that's what we look for. And what you're looking for, and this is what we had when we first started our business, was 15 to 20 people on our front line. That will give you the magic. That is the foundation of your business. And if you build it right, when you're going gold with 15 to 20 people, hitting 10%, hitting the 10%, putting that effort into those people and teaching them, let me tell you something, you will have a great little business that you can then teach people. It's your cradle for your new gold distributors to come out from. Your PSG is your cradle for your new gold distributors. So guys, work on that, because far too many gold distributors today are going gold with just 4 of you in a PSG, doing a bit of high retail. What happens if somebody goes or breaks a leg? Your PSG is shrinking. You're relying on too few people. You need width in your business. And that is where your growth will come from. That's all we did. Built a big PSG and just kept replacing and keeping it high. 10 active wide, that's what you're looking for. You see, it's about you personally activating. Leading from the front. You're the leader. Show the way. Be the best sponsor in your team. And guess what will happen? Your team will follow. Be the best sponsor. Be the busiest person in your team. And guess what you'll have? A busy team. Have the attitude and the mindset of a leader, of someone who knows where they're going and they know how they're going to get there. Because you know what? That is far more important than any skill that you may need. Let me tell you, it's not hard to sponsor and lead a team. It really isn't. You see, we can teach you all the skills you need to know. We can teach you how to do the appointment, what to say at the appointment, that's if you do appointments, what to say after the appointment. We've got the scripts. I'm sure you've got scripts for everything. But it's up to you to develop the right attitude and the right mindset. We can't give you the right attitude. That's got to come from you. It really has. And you know, Jim Rohn said it. I love Jim Rohn. He's such a philosopher. And he said that success is 10% skill and 90% attitude. Don't you think that's amazing? Your attitude is so contagious, guys. Just work on it. So what attitude and mindset then do we need to go bananas? Yes, we've got to put all that activity in. We've got to get the phone ringing. But what other mindset do we need? Well, we need to be excited. You know what? Nothing happens unless you get excited. If you're excited, your team will be excited, your customers will be excited, so they'll buy more off you, and your prospects will be even more excited. So it's no good being a miserable drain. That's not going to help you one little bit. So that's the first thing. You need a discipline. You need a bulldogged style discipline. A never give up attitude. So the discipline. You need hard work. You see, in this business, it's all about work ethic. And if you do it right and build it hard for three years hard, you will have an income to die for. You'll have a residual income for the rest of your life. Hard work, that's one of the ingredients. And a do whatever it takes attitude. Now, can I ask you, are those attitudes or skills? Are they attitudes or skills? They're attitudes, not a skill. I can't teach you how to be excited. That comes from you. You know, the one quick thing I will say to you all, though, you all need to put big smiles on your faces, because a smile is so easy to do and it's contagious. So just smile. That's so easy to do. That's not hard. That's better. And a discipline, you know, discipline. Can I teach you to get up in the morning and get out there and follow your plan? Can I really? No, that's your attitude of what you're working towards. It's an attitude. Can I teach you to be a worker? Can I? No, I can't teach you to be a worker. It's your attitude, whether you want to work or whether you don't. And can I teach you to have a do whatever it takes attitude? That's all you need, guys, to be successful. Really. See, your attitude, the way you think about your business, is the single most important thing for you to actually work on. What you're looking for is developing an entrepreneurial mindset. You're an entrepreneur. This is your own business. So an entrepreneurial mindset means investing in your business, speculating to accumulate, give to receive, sow and you will reap, and what goes around comes around. They're not skills, they're attitudes. And yet I hear people in my very own team, and they'll say, I don't want to put an advert in this week, I can't afford it. It's the wrong mindset. That's not an entrepreneurial mindset, is it? Hear people say, oh, I'm not going to buy any more catalogues, I lost a load. Wrong mindset. You've got to have the entrepreneurial mindset. What you sow, you will reap. I'm telling you, you'll do that with your teams, with everything you do in this business. So develop that entrepreneurial mindset and it will pay you dividends. It's the same with the sponsoring mindset. It's all about people. We're building teams of people. And I'll tell you something, guys, if you don't like people, you've got a problem. Because we're in a people business. And I think it's dead easy to like people, because just smile and be friendly. That is not difficult to do. Be approachable. Don't be miserable and unhelpful. Be helpful. It's your business. You see, people skills is the ability to create relationships with people. It's the ability to be able to engage with people. It's the ability to be able to communicate with people. And the best way to do this, to start this, is with people that you already know. Because when you know them, you don't have to start creating a relationship, do you? When you know them, you don't have to learn how to engage with them, because you already know them. And when you know them, you actually know how to communicate with them. And I think you know what I'm going to say next. The best way to build your business is your warm market, because you know them. That people skills is natural because you know them. But you see, I'd like to tell you a story about a mindset that some people have in the beginning. And this little couple here in the red top, they were our very first gold legs in the business 9 years ago. And they lived in the Lake District, which is a 5-hour round trip from where we live in Manchester, near Manchester. And we went up and down to the Lake District to train them, to get them started. We built them to gold. It was our first one, you know, we were really, really eager, dead excited. Our first gold legs in the business, we were over the moon. But what we didn't know was that they'd invested in a dry cleaning business, a lot of money. And their focus started to go. Got them to gold, and they quit. Oh. Now, many people would have said, wow, with the wrong mindset, all that petrol up and down to the Lake District, and they've quit? What a waste of bloody time. You know, you did all that for them, and that was a waste of time. But what I would like to tell you was just before they did quit, I asked them, who do you know? Who do you know that wants an extra income? And they gave me the name of this couple here, Alan and Debbie Dewar, who live in Birmingham. So the Lake District, Birmingham. So off we go to Birmingham. The same process all over again, working hard, doing kit issues, doing inductions, showing them what to do, showing them how to sponsor. And last year, they've been with us 8 years, by the way, and last year in our business, they turned over £898,430. I'd like to ask you, was that worth it? Yes. Was that worth going through all that crap in the Lake District, for the want of a better word, to get to that? So can you see, if our mindset hadn't have been right, if our mind wasn't in the right place, we'd have just given up on them. We'd have never have found Alan and Debbie. But you know what's so fantastic about it? They were our warm market and we hadn't even met them. Get it? So, always ask your warm market, who do they know? Then ask them, who do they know? And ask them, who do they know? And so on. Because there is the proof. It leads you to massive legs. So keep on, guys. And I'd like to ask you, you're sitting in your chairs right now, in your warm market, how many people do you know like this? Broke. Do you know people like that right now? Of course, lots of them. How many do you know like this? Hate their job. Do you know people like that? But who do they know? It's not just them. And how many do you know like this? Hate the boss. And how many do you know like this? And who do they know? But you see, many people say, I don't know what to say to my warm market. Don't they? They're not quite sure what they say. So, I'm going to give you a little script. I hope you've got time to write it down because it works a treat. Because the key with this is, when you're with your warm market, you might be at a barbecue, you might be at a christening, a wedding, or whatever, and you hear them moaning about, I hate my job, I hate my life, I haven't got enough money for this, you hear it, don't you, all the time, but you know what? We just don't sometimes pick up on it. We need to start listening and opening our ears more and picking up on things. So what you do in a situation like that, when you hear them doing that, you ring them up and you say, hi Jenny, I've only got a minute, but were you serious last week when you told me that you hate your job, hate your life or whatever? Or were you just kidding? This sorts the wood from the trees out. I think I might have the answer. When can we get together for a coffee? I'd like to run an idea past you. That script works. You then go and see them, you present the business. I did this with a brand new girl last week. She's already sponsored 2 warm marketing and she'd never done sponsoring before. She used that script. So it works, guys. Such an easy script. You see, yes, you have to go through the numbers. You will have to go through the no's. But here's the key. Expect them, but don't accept them. Expect them, but don't accept them. Because if you go in, when you're ringing people with a mindset of getting a no, guess what you'll get? A no. It's the law of attraction. So when you're ringing people up, expect it, but don't accept it. Because Peter and Jackie White, our sponsors, we said no to them for 4 years before we joined the business. Can you imagine if Jackie had accepted my no? Oh no, oh no, but no, she never accepted that. And is she glad she didn't? Because since we joined, we've put through her business £14 million. That would have been a very expensive no for her, wouldn't it? So guys, remember that. Don't let go of people so easily if you like them. Honestly. You see, people are surrounded by doubts, fears and disbeliefs. Theirs and others around them. Your job as a sponsor, as a leader, is to hold that vision for your people. The company vision, your vision and their vision. So the company vision, the company know where they're going. It's such an exciting time right now with the websites and the web shops, all the fast track bonuses. They know where they're going. But the question is, do you know where you're going? What's your vision? But more importantly, what is your team's vision? Do you know? Do you know what your team's vision is? Because your fuels to success, you see, are all about your visualization and your goals. What you see and what your beliefs are. That unshakable belief that you have in yourself and that you have in your team. And your continued education and knowledge so that you can create an environment of support for your team to flourish and grow from. So, I'd like to ask you again, how hot are you? How big do you really want your business to be? This thing is not working for me. Is it your time to go bananas? Because if you develop the mindset of a sponsor and a leader, and I really do promise you guys, you can change your life. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.
Well, guys, absolutely fantastic. That was Jean Day's absolutely spot on everything that she's talked about there. And I hope you've got lots of notes, got lots of that, lots of things from that. And I look forward to seeing your comments in the team group either tonight or tomorrow when we post up the recording as to what you took from that and what you're going to put into your business that's going to make a difference to you. But as Jean said, it's all about up here and then your attitude, because that creates the actions you take. So you've got to work on your belief that creates your attitude, get your attitude right, that creates the actions you do. And the actions you take will give you better results. When you get better results, then it enhances your belief. And then when your belief again is enhanced, it changes your attitude gets better. You take more actions, do different things, do things you need to do, gives you better results, which again enforces your belief, and it's an ongoing cycle. And yeah, there's a fantastic CD, and we often have the CD, the sponsoring mindset, on the tools table at one of our meetings or one of our events, or if you come to our home, just ask us for it. And if we've got some burnt and in the CD box, then you can grab one. And it's a great one to have on in the car or about when you're doing stuff. It really, really is. And I wrote down from it that about success. Success is only 10% skill. 90% is attitude, and that comes from Jim Rohn. And if we learn to create relationships and learn to engage with people, then we'll learn to build a business, because it is all about creating relationships, engaging with people, so that we can find out what they're looking for, what they want, what they need. If they need anything, is our business going to be something for them? Not everybody needs our business. Not everybody is suited for our business. But unless we build relationships and engage with people, how are we going to know? How are we going to find out whether our business is suited to them or not? So that's something we do have to work on. We do have to work on building relationships and engaging with people. So brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, watch the recording again or go onto the Kleeneze HQ website. There's so many trainings on the YouTube Kleeneze HQ page on there, and you can access this one in there as well. So thanks for your diaries, guys. Just to finish up, 10 Steps workshops coming up. Birmingham this Sunday, Sunday the 16th. Then following weekend on Saturday's the South East one, 22nd of July. Yorkshire one is Sunday the 23rd, and the Scotland one is Saturday the 29th. And I could be going on a road trip up to Scotland for the 29th. So you're up in Scotland and you're going to go to that, let us know, because if you're going to be attending that, I might be getting in the car and going up there. Not 100% certain yet, but still depending on whether we're going to have anybody accessing the 10 steps up in Scotland, because I know we have people up there that would really, really benefit from getting along to the workshop up there. Then coming up, come on now, guys, in the chat box for me, who has got their tickets booked for this already? I want to know who's got their tickets booked. Arthur, fantastic. Monica, Tracy, Danielle. Who else has got their tickets booked for this? Michael's booked into Yorkshire, brilliant. Angie's doing Birmingham, Yorkshire. Angie's booked into the Yorkshire Showcase. Dipton's booked into the Showcase. Who else is booked in, guys? Anybody else? Shout up. Let us know if you're going, because this is the place to be. Yeah, free VIP tickets. You have Michael for being Directors Club. And so, yeah, Directors Club. Michael and Kirsty have achieved Directors Club along with ourselves, and we get freebies by getting on the Directors Club. Kalpana's going but not booked yet. Get yourself booked, Kalpana. Get it booked. Kleeneze, you need to know how many people are going. Kirsty and Michael are going. Fantastic. If you're not booked, Judith's going, got a hotel booked. Fantastic. If you're not booked your ticket yet, book it. If you've not been to one before, if you're new to the business, it's free for you to go. And it's a fantastic event. We're launching the Christmas catalogue. It's going into silly season with the Christmas retail, the busiest time of the year with Christmas retail. So many people looking for a way to pay for Christmas, or pay for the holidays they just had, and looking for an opportunity. So it kickstarts that off. It's a chance to get some great training. It's a chance to associate with all the team, associate with other great leaders there, a chance to associate with the Star Group as a whole. The last one we were at, it was just fantastic seeing everybody stand up and recognise the team members going across the stage. And we're going to have the team going across that stage. We're going to have Monica, not Monica, we might have Monica, but we're definitely going to have Emma and Steph going across the stage with hitting gold this year. We're going to have Michael and Kirsty going across the stage with hitting senior, and possibly going to have other people going across that stage as well, depending on what happens by the end of this period and possibly next period. So it's great to see everybody as a team cheering everybody on, and bring guests as well, as people put in the chat box. You can bring guests. Guest tickets are free, and you can bring them along to show them what a business is all about. So get booked into that, guys, if you're not booked in yet. And if I can get the next slide to come up, a big thank you from us. Thank you for being on tonight. Hope you've got lots from it. We're going to play another clip now from Jim Rohn, just 15 minutes. Stay on if you want to get some of Jim Rohn's wisdom. You heard him mention there, Gene Dave spoke about Jim Rohn. He has so much wisdom. His business philosophies can help you so much, not just in the business, but in life as well. So stay on for another 15 minutes. Have a watch of that, guys. And we look forward to seeing you all soon. And let's just get out there and do it. Let's go and get some of them trophies. Let's make our businesses bigger. Let's go and earn the incomes we want. And let's just get out there and do it. Let's rock. Good night, guys. See you all soon.
Now, some challenges for you. Jot these down. I'm going to go through them very quickly now as we rush to a conclusion here in about 13 minutes. Here they are. You're going to have to write fast now. Here's number one. Review your performance, whether it's communication or whether it's activity or whether it's a CEO or whether it's on the job. Here's what my father said, a seminar in a sentence. I wish he was here to give it, but since he's not here, in his honor, I will give his seminar in a sentence. Here it is. Always do more than you get paid for to make an investment in your future. Now, some unions would argue with us on this, but that's my papa's seminar in a sentence. Always do more than you get paid for to make an investment in your future. My father was so unique. Papa said if it's raining, you can't fix the roof. If it isn't raining, it doesn't need to be fixed. He was a grand old man. Wow, this guy. So review your performance, your language with your children. Just go over that and say, have I been too harsh and too strong, too stubborn? Should I learn to be easier, mix more compassion with the tough stuff I have to deal with? Yes. Prayer will help sometimes. If nothing else, dear God, help me say the right thing, not to ruin it all by poor communication. Here's the next on my list. Face your fears. I don't know what challenges you might have in going over the stuff we've been going over in terms of amending your philosophy or going back and, redoing some stuff that you might have messed up. But face all your fears. That's how you conquer them. Don't dismiss them, just face them. Say, here's what I'm afraid of. I wonder what I could do to change that. Here's the next one. Exercise your willpower to change direction. You don't have to keep doing what you've done the last 6 years if it's not yielding you the benefits you want. In the seminar I do for Jerry, my mentor helped me to review the last 6 years so I wouldn't repeat those errors the next 6. See, if you're a goose, you have no choice to do the next 6 like you did the last 6. But if you're not a goose, here's what you can do. Pick a new destination and start going that way. You say, well, I've done this for the last 2 years. I'll probably have to do it another 2. And the answer is no, not in a million years. Now, you can change one little degree at a time, or if you want to, you can revolutionize the whole thing. Who says you couldn't revolutionize the whole thing in a week's time and start a brand new direction that will most assuredly help you arrive in a brand new place a year from now, 3 years from now? No telling 5 years from now where you could arrive. Use your willpower to start the process. Just willpower to change a little or change a lot. Anybody can change. You don't have to repeat last year. Clean up the errors. Invest it now in the next year. Watch it make the difference. Here's the next one that's important. Parents have to do it. We ask our kids to do it, but we've got to do it. Admit your mistakes. Sometimes you have to admit them to others. Here's some of the best words in the English language. I'm sorry. The reason why those are good words is because it could start a whole new relationship. It could start 2 people going in a whole new direction. I'm sorry. Simple, easy, not easy, but if you get this done, the turnaround can be dramatic. The early years can be big in payoff. And here's the big one. Admit your mistakes to yourself. You don't have to babble about them to everybody in the neighborhood. But it doesn't hurt to sit down and have a conversation with yourself and say, there's no use kidding myself. Here's where I really am. I've got pennies in my pocket and I got nothing in the bank. That's what I said after the Girl Scout left my door. I had a conversation with myself. And I said, I don't want this to happen anymore. Next, refine your goals. I don't know what ambitions you've had up until now, but this weekend would be a good time to start the process. We're going to talk about our goals workshop before our session is over this weekend. Maybe that will help stimulate you to set some higher goals, reach for some higher purpose, go for something beyond what you thought you could do. By the time this weekend's over, you might double, triple, quadruple the amount of goals, purpose, all the things you think you can accomplish. You could multiply that by 10 by the time we finish here on Sunday. Here's the next one. Believe in yourself. Yes, you got to believe in God, and you got to believe in the community, and you've got to believe in the possibilities. You've got to believe in the economy. You've got to believe that tomorrow can be better than today. But here's the big one. Believe in yourself. There isn't a skill you can't learn. There isn't a discipline you can't try. There isn't a class you couldn't take. There isn't a book you couldn't read. If it's written in some other language, you just get it translated and read it. Here's the next one. Ask for wisdom. This is communication of the highest source. Ask for wisdom. Ask for wisdom that creates answers. Ask for the wisdom that creates faith to believe things are possible. In King Solomon's day, there was the dilemma of two mothers who claimed the same baby. And the question was, whose baby is this? This mother says, it's mine. The other mother says, no, it's mine. Solomon said, bring me the baby. They brought him the baby, and he raised the sword. He said, I'm going to cut this baby in half and give one half to this mother and one half to this mother. And as he raised his sword, sobbingly, the real mother said, no, 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 don't cut the baby in half. Give it to her, who was not the real mother. Solomon says, now I know who's the real mother. See, that is so wise. And the moment was such drama. But Solomon, the wisest of the wise, knew what to do to settle the deal. Ask for wisdom to deal with the challenges of today and tomorrow, to deal with the challenges your family brings you. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Here's the next one. Conserve your time. I must learn to do this. How much time have I got left? Not an unlimited supply. How many of these weekends can I do? Not 1,000. Just a few, maybe a handful. Sometimes we get faked out. Bill Bailey says, the average person says, I got 20 more years. No, Bill says you got 20 more times. If you go fishing once a year, you've only got 20 more times to go fishing. Not 20 years. That fakes you out. I got 20 years. No, 20 times. See, that brings it right down to the real stuff. 20 times. How many more seminars like this? Not 1,000. A few. Just a few. So would I mumble and stumble? Would I give you less than my best when I've only got a few more to give? And the answer is no, of course not. If you're a person of some dignity and quality, you wouldn't let that happen. Next, invest your profits. We're going to talk now about this before the weekend is over on financial independence. And I'm going to give you some excellent advice. Here was one of the philosophies Mr. Schoaf gave me, along with Mary Kay. Here's what he said. Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. Mary Kay and I went for that. Wow. Could we start earning profits while we're making a living? The answer is yes. I went berserk. Here's one now. Protect your family. These are troublesome times. Not that they haven't been troublesome times for 6,000 years. At school, troublesome times. I know a wonderful mother and a wonderful father who had two boys. In school, they went two different directions, and one became a model citizen and the other one went to jail. Wow. Protect your family as best you can from the hidden dangers, the lurking evil one. Here's the next one. Live with intensity. You might as well turn it up a notch or two after this weekend. Why not? Invest more of you in whatever you do. Be a little stronger, be a little wiser. Step up your vitality, contribution. Put everything you've got into everything you do, and then ask for more vitality and more strength and more vigor, more heart, more soul. Next, find your place. This one now is so important. If you just work on a job, find the best place where you can serve well. And sure enough, they'll ask you to occupy a better place. And if you keep doing the job well, the guy says, well, if I had a better job, I'd really pour it on. But I got this lousy job, so I just goof off. See, that's the philosophy of disaster. So you've got a lousy job. Do the very best you can. That's your best way out. It's not to do less than you could, but to do the best you can. With that philosophy, your life can take great leaps forward. Here's a Bible phrase that says, if you work on your gifts, they will make room for you. They'll make a place for you. Here's the next one. Demand integrity from yourself. You can't demand integrity from someone else. Integrity is like loyalty. You can't demand it of someone else. You can only demand it of yourself. Be the best example of loyalty, and you'll get some loyal followers. Be the best example of integrity, and you'll have people surround you that have integrity. Lead the way. Next. Welcome the disciplines. Can't give you much better advice than that, because disciplines create the reality. Disciplines build bridges, build cities. Disciplines, a well-disciplined activity creates abundance, creates uniqueness, productivity. Next, fight for what's right. It's a fight we're in. The storyteller says, and there was great war in heaven. Wow, you mean way back there? Yes. 1/3 of the angels conspired. I asked Bill Bailey, how long do you suppose it took 1/3 of these angels to get together? Did they conduct meetings? I don't know. Bailey says the storyteller doesn't say. I said, then we're supposed to use our imagination. I don't know. It does say finally the great war occurred, and the 2/3 prevailed and the 1/3 lost. One of the writers of later scripture, here's what he said, I fought a good fight. See, that's extraordinary to be able to say. I fought for my kids, and I fought for what was right, and I fought for my good health, and I fought to protect my company, and I fought for a good career that would bless my family. I fought a good fight. It's good to fight. The encroachment. Opposites are in conflict, and we're in the middle. And if you want something valuable, you got to fight for it. Then this writer also said, not only have I fought a good fight, and I'll finish with this, and I got a much longer list, but maybe I can cover these at another time. He said, I fought a good fight, and I kept the faith. See, that's the deal. Keep faith with your family. Fight like crazy and keep faith. Fight the enemy and keep faith. Fight illness and keep faith. Fight the evil and keep faith. I can't give you much better advice. So thank you very much for your attention. I appreciate it.